Hello students, welcome to AVKS Academy. This is Santosh. I am a quantitative aptitude, pure maths and reasoning faculty. Today I am here to explain the questions asked in CAPF exam conducted in December 2020. Okay, so in that paper 1, aptitude and reasoning questions asked 15 questions. Okay, so out of these 15 questions, 10 questions from aptitude and 5 questions from reasoning. 10 questions from aptitude and 5 questions from reasoning. Actually, from 2010 to 2019, these 10 years, from 2010 to 2019, these 10 years, each and every year, there are 20 questions asked in CAPF paper 1 from aptitude and reasoning concepts. But in this year, there are only 15 questions asked in paper 1. Okay, here the 5 questions, the remaining 5 questions are from pure maths and non-verbal reasoning. These questions are didn't asked in your examination. Okay, 10 questions from aptitude, 5 questions from reasoning, over 15 questions. Extra 5 questions are there. Those 5 questions from pure maths and non-verbal reasoning, those questions didn't asked in this year particularly. Okay, now let us discuss these 15 questions. Okay, now out of these 15 questions, 10 questions from aptitude and 5 questions from reasoning. Already we discussed. Particular topics, here 10 questions from aptitude. If you observe the particular topics of aptitude, here 4 questions from number system, 4 questions from number system, 1 question from percentages, 1 question from compound interest. Next, 1 question from ages, 1 question from averages, now 1 question from permutations, and 1 question from mensuration. Are you clear, guys? Out of the 10 questions, 4 questions from number system concept, 1 question from percentages concept, 1 question from compound interest concept, 1 question from ages, 1 question from averages, 1 question from permutations, and 1 question from mensuration concept. Okay, next, if you observe 5 questions of reasoning, one question from coding decoding, 1 question from coding and decoding. Now 1 question from direction sense, 1 question from direction sense, 1 question from calendars. Next, 1 question from Venn diagrams, and 1 question from number puzzle. So these are the topic division. Okay, so 5 questions are from different concepts of reasoning. Those different concepts are coding, decoding, direction sense, calendars, Venn diagrams, and number puzzles. No question from pure maths and non-verbal reasoning in this year. Okay, now let us discuss these 15 questions. Now here I am going to explain 15 questions in set A paper questions. Okay, so these questions are from 111 to 125. These questions are from 111 to 125. Okay, now let us see 111 question. Now 111. This question belongs to number system. This question belongs to number system. Okay. If you observe this question, there is no particular concept, topic concept is not required, general concept. Okay. Now here in an exam, a candidate attempts 20 questions and scores 72 marks. If 5 marks are awarded for each correct answer and 2 marks are deducted for each wrong answer, then how many questions were answered correctly by him? This is a question. Okay. Now we can answer this question in 3 different ways. We can answer this question in 3 different ways. One, equation formation. That is nothing but number system concept. Okay. See here in exam there are how many questions? A candidate attempted 20 questions. So did he answer all the questions correct? No, he didn't answer. Some questions he may correct and some questions he may wrong. Okay. So for 20 questions he secured 72 marks. For 20 questions he secured 72 marks. Okay. If 5 marks are awarded for each correct question, 5 marks are awarded for each correct one. See here correct plus wrong question should be 20. If correct number of questions are x, then wrong number of questions should be 20 minus x. Okay. If you substitute x in place of c, then x plus w is equals to 20. W is equals to 20 minus x. W is nothing but here wrong number of questions. Okay. Now here each question carries 5 marks means for number of marks for attempting x number of questions correctly, that is nothing but 5x. Okay. Next, minus from these total correct marks, some marks we deducted. The examiner is going to deduct some marks. How many that marks for each question? See here, and 2 marks are deducted for each wrong answer. The number of questions answered wrongly is 20 minus x. So each question carries 2 marks is nothing but for number of questions into 2 marks. So these many marks we need to subtract from correct number of marks. So total marks should be 72. It means nothing but here marks. Total number of marks are 72. Now equation framed already. Now here 5x minus 2 into 20, 40. Negative into negative will get positive, and 2 into x, 2x is equals to 72. Here 5x plus 2x should be 7x. 72 minus 40, if we send right side it will become plus 40. So 72 plus 40. Now x is equals to 72 plus 40 is nothing but 112 by 7. Here 7 is multiplying in the left side. If we send right side it will divide. 112 divided by 7. Now x is equals to 7 ones 7, remainder is 4, 7 6 are 14. So what is the x here? Correct number of questions. So he answered 16 correct number of questions. That's it. So our answer should be C. Our answer should be C. So this is a first method. Now let us discuss the second method. Now let us discuss the second method. Alligation mixture method. Alligation mixture. Okay. Now what is the alligation mixture concept actually? Now briefly I am explaining here. A quantity, B quantity. The mean or average of these two should be C. It should be right in between A and B. Middle of A and B. A is a one quantity, B is the other type of quantity. The average or mean of A and B is C. Okay. Now the alligation mixture concept will be like this. Now here B minus C ratio to C minus A. This ratio equals to the quantities of A and B. This ratio equals to quantities of A and B. So finally we can write B minus C ratio C minus A is equals to A is to B. That's it. This is the alligation mixture concept. Okay, here what is A, what is B, what is C? Now let us discuss. Now here A is the correct number of questions, for example. So for each question he carries 5 marks. B is the wrong number of questions. For each number of question he deducted negative 2 marks. Now for suppose if he answered all questions correct, For suppose the candidate answered all the questions correct, then how many marks the student has to get? 5 into 20 questions na? 100 marks he has to secure. 5 into 20 questions. If all the questions correct, the number of marks should be scored by the candidate is 100 marks. Other case, wrong side. If all the questions are wrong, then what is the number of marks deducted? 2 into 20, negative 40. But the candidate neither gets 100 marks nor gets 40 marks. But the candidate neither gets 100 marks nor get 40 marks. How many marks is secured? The mean value 72 marks. That is C value. A, B, C. A, B, C. A is the correct number of questions. If he answer all questions correct, he may secure 100. If he answered all questions wrong, he may secure negative 40. But neither 100 marks he secured nor 40 marks he secured. That means in between those two he secured 72 marks. Okay, now allegation mixture. B minus C, that is nothing but negative 40, negative 72 ratio to 72 minus 100. Okay, now negative 40, negative 72, 112 ratio to how much it is? Negative 28. Negative will get cancelled. Now 7 4s and 7 already we discussed, cancelled in the previous method. 7 16s. So 16 plus 4, how many here? 20. So 20 questions divided in the way of 16 and 4. So 16 questions he corrected and 4 questions he did wrong. So our answer should be 16 questions. This is the second method. That is a allegation mixture method. Okay guys, allegation mixture concept, solving of this question with allegation mixture. Now option method. Third method is the option method. Now option method. So this option method related to allegation mixture concept only again. Now what is the correct number of questions here? 16. Okay, now through option we need to check. Just observe here. If option A, I am taking option A, if you answer all questions correct, then how many questions he need to wrong? He need to do 2 questions wrong. So for each question he need to get 5 marks. For each question, for wrong question he need to get negative 2 marks. So total number of marks are how many here? 18 5s are 90 minus 4 should be, total number should be how much here? 19 minus 4, 90 minus 4, 86. But here total number marks are 72. So this is wrong option. Next take 17. If 17 are correct, then what is the wrong number of questions here? 3. 17 into 5, 85. 3 into negative 2, negative 6. 85 minus 6 here, 79. Here 79. This is also not our answer. Next, take third option 16. If you answer 16 questions correct, then wrong should be 4. 16 into 5, 80 marks. Here negative 8. 80 minus 8. 72. Satisfied. So here C is the correct answer. That's it. Option checking method. That's it. Very simple questions. Very simple observation here. There is no concept required for this question if you answer through option method. That's it. Now let us discuss next question. Now here, which one of the following is the greatest number by which the product of 3 consecutive even numbers would be exactly divisible? Okay guys, now here discuss. What is the question actually? This question belongs to number system again. Okay, this question belongs to number system. Now the product of whom? The product of 3 consecutive even numbers. The product of 3 consecutive even numbers. Okay. The product of 3 consecutive even numbers. See here. What are the least 3 consecutive even numbers here? 2, 4, 6. Don't take 0. If you take 0 into something, we will get 0. Okay. Now the product of 3 consecutive even numbers. Consecutive is nothing but continuous even numbers. Now here the product of these 3 numbers would be how much here? 2 4s are 8. Sorry, is 6. 2 4s are 8. 8 6 are 48. So this 48 should be divided with whom? 12, 24, 48, 64. It is not 64. But what is the question here? If you observe here, what is the greatest number? What is greatest number? So here, is 12 is greatest number, or 24 is the greatest number, or 48 is the greatest number? 48 is the greatest number. So the product of 3 consecutive even numbers, exactly divisible with 48. The 48 is the greatest number. Now let us check the other number. For example, 12, 14, 16. So this number again divisible with whom here? 48. 48. See here, 16 1s, 16 3s, exactly divisible. No, 3 1s, 3 4s, exactly divisible. Okay, it is correct only. Don't take 12 and 24. 12 and 24 because these are the two. These two are the not greatest number compared to 48. Thus 12 and 24 also divides exactly, but compared to 48, those two numbers are not greatest numbers. 48 is the greatest number. That's it. Don't take 64. If you take 64, the least even consecutive even numbers product shouldn't divide with 64. Are you clear? The product of least even numbers, least 3 consecutive even numbers didn't exactly divisible with 64. So don't take 64. That's it. Okay guys, now let us discuss next question. Now this question belongs to percentages. Very, very simple question here. If 15% of A is double of 30% of B, then what is the ratio of A to B? Here half is nothing but what here? Half is nothing but product, multiplication. Okay, product. Now here how we are going to read this? A of B plus C. So A of B plus C is nothing but A into B plus C. Here half is nothing but into. Okay. Now here 15% half is nothing but I am directly writing into, or because I already explained half is nothing but into. Okay. Of A is nothing but is equals to. Is nothing but is equals to. Is double of is nothing but twice of. Twice is nothing but multiplied with 2. Twice of is nothing but again into 30%. Of is nothing but again into 30% of B. Now here percentage will get cancelled. Next 15 ones, 15 twos again get cancelled. Now here A is equals to 2 into 2, 4 into B, 4B. Now A by B is equals to 4 by 1. A is to B is equals to 4 is to 1. So what is our answer? Option D, 4 is to 1. That's it over. Very, very simple question from percentages. Okay guys, next. Now here, the cost of gold varies directly as the cube of its weight. Okay, the gold piece weighing 20 decigrams cost 1000 rupees. If it is broken into 2 pieces whose weights are in the ratio of 2:3, then what is the profit or loss in occurred? This question belongs to number system as well as ratio and proportion. Because here, if you observe here, varies directly varies. So directly varies or indirectly varies. The concept belongs to ratio and proportion. That's it. Okay. Now here, the cost of gold varies directly as the cube of its weight. Okay. Gold cost is directly is a cube of the gold weight. Okay. The gold piece weighing 20 decigrams. Okay. It is also good. Fine. What happens here? That that piece, the 20 decigrams piece, gold piece, divided, broken into two pieces. Okay, see here, 20 decigrams gold piece divided into two broken pieces. The ratio of those two pieces is 2:3. So total parts are how many here? 5 parts. These 5 parts equal to 20 decigrams. So 1 part equal to 5. 5 ones are 5 fours are decigrams. So here piece 1, P1, I am saying here P1. No, P1, 2 into 4, 8 decigrams. Piece 2, how much here? 3 into 4, total 12 decigrams. So piece 1 8 decigrams, piece 2 12 decigrams. Okay, it is good. Now, what is the cost of the virginal piece without broken piece? Okay, that is how much here? 1000 rupees. 1000 rupees. Now here observe, cost is directly varies to weight cube of its weight. Cost is directly proportional to cube of its weight. Okay, what is the cost here? 1000 rupees. If we remove this constant symbol, we need to keep a constant here, K. What is the weight of the gold piece? 20 decigrams power cube. Here 1000 is equals to K into 20 into 20 into 20. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 zeros will get cancelled. 1, 2, 3. So 8K is equals to 1 and K is equals to 1 by 8. Okay, K is equal to how much here? 1 by 8. Remember this, we need to use this constant value. Okay guys, now we need to find out piece 1 cost and piece 2 cost. Then only we calculate loss or profit how much. Okay, now piece 1. The piece 1 8 decigrams. Now the cost is equals to K into weight cube. Now what is the K value? 1 by 8. Weight is how much here? 8 cube is nothing but 8 into 8 into 8. So 1 8 will get cancelled. So 8 8 is 64 rupees. So the cost of piece 1 is equals to 64 rupees only. Just 64 rupees. Okay. Now what is the cost of piece 2? Same again, K into what is the 12 decigrams cube. Here K into weight cube. Here K is nothing but 1 by 8. So 12 cube is nothing but 12 into 12 into 12. Okay, so 12 into 12 into 12. Now here 4 2s are 8, 4 3s are 12. 2 1s, 2 6, 3 6 are 18. 18 into 12. Now how we can write it is, here 15 minus 3 plus 3 into 15 minus 3. Okay, 15 plus 3 and 15 minus 3. So a plus b into a minus b will be a cube, a square minus b square. How much here? 225 minus 9. 225 minus 9. A plus b into a minus b, how much here? A plus b into a minus b will equal to a square minus b square. So 15 square minus 3 square. What is the 15 square? 225 minus 9. How much here? 2. If you subtract 10, 215. So it is 216 finally. Okay. Now what is the cost of piece 1 and piece 2 should be how much here? 64 plus 216. How much here? 64 plus 16. How much here? 216 plus 4, 220. 220 plus 60, 280. What is the virginal piece cost? 1000 rupees. So gold piece. 20 decigrams gold piece cost 1000 rupees. Observe here, P1, P2, that means piece 1 and piece 2, he need to sold at 280 rupees only. But what the cost of the original gold piece? 1000 rupees. He secured loss or profit? Definitely loss. How much it is? 1000 rupees minus 280. So 720 rupees is a loss. That's it. So you have allegation mixture as well as a number system concept together. Sorry, ratio proportion and number system concept together here asked in this question. Next question. Now here, this question belongs to averages. This question belongs to averages. In that averages, ages. See here, we can answer this question in two different ways again. Okay, one is allegation mixture concept and one is a averages concept, and one is a option method. Three methods, not two methods, it is three methods. Allegation mixture and averages and option through method. First, average concept, because this question belongs to averages concept na, so average concept first. First of all, what is meant by average? Sum of all terms or sum of observations by number of terms. Sum of all observations by number of observations. Terms or observations both will be same. Sum of all observations by number of observations or sum of all terms by number of terms, whatever it is, both will be same. Now, what is the sum of the observations? Sum of the observations will equals to average into number of terms or number of observations. Okay, this is the average concept. Now, what is the question actually? The average age of the boys in a class is 12 years. The average age of the girls in the class is 11 years. Okay. There are 50% more girls than boys in the class. Which one of the following is the average age of the class? Okay. In the classroom, there are boys and girls are there. The boys' average is separately calculated. It is 12 years. The girls' average age is separately calculated. It is 11 years. Now, here the relation between the boys and girls, the number of students, the number of boys and girls are how many? He given some relation. That is the boys to girls ratio. He given. How? There are 50% more girls than the boys. Then what is the number of boys here? We don't know. Unknown is always X or 100%. If the boys are 100%, then what is the number of girls? 50% more. Already 100% boys are there. Compared to that 100% boys, 50% more is nothing but 100 plus 50%, 150%. Okay. So percent will get cancelled, 0 will get cancelled. So here boys to girls ratio, 5 2s are 10, 5 3s are 15. So 2:3 is the boys to girls ratio. Indirectly he given in the question. Boys to girls ratio he given 2:3. Okay, next. Which one of the following is the average age of the classroom? Okay, fine. Now here number of boys are how many here? 2x. Or number of girls 3x. Here. Boys and girls are 2:3. Boys is a 2x, girls is a 3x. Boys is a 2x and girls is a 3x. Okay. Now sum of ages of all boys. Sum of ages of all boys. How much is sum of ages of all boys? Average age of boys 12 years into number of terms is nothing but here number of boys. How many number of boys are there? 2x. Here y is nothing but here years. Okay, don't get confused here. Now here sum of ages of all girls. Now what is the sum of ages of all girls here? Average into number of terms. Number of terms is nothing but here number of girls. Now the average of the girls 11 years into 3x. Okay. Now here what is the average here? Sum of the observations by number of terms. Number of observations. Now here, see here, average age of classroom. Average age of classroom. So sum of ages of students in the classroom by number of students in the classroom. Okay. Now sum of ages of students in the classroom is nothing but sum of ages of boys and sum of ages of girls both. So 12 into 2x, 24x plus 11 into 3x, 33x by 2x plus 3x, sum of the students, sum of boys and girls. Total number of students is equals to boys and girls together, 2x plus 3x, 5x. So how much here? 24 plus 33, 57x by 5x. X will get cancelled. Over. Now here 57 by 5. So here 5 ones 5. Sorry, 5 ones 5, 7. Again 5 ones 5. Remainder 2. 5 fours are 20. That means 11.4 years is the answer. So option B is our answer. 11.4 years. Option B is our answer. Over. It is a average based concept. Simple. Next, alligation. How we can answer this question in alligation method? Already we discussed the concept of alligation mixture at the very first question. Okay. Now, see here, alligation mixture. See. Now here, boys and girls. How many boys are there here? Boys to girls ratio is 2:3. We know this. Boys to girls ratio is 2:3. Now the boys average is 12 years. What is the girls average age? 11 years. What is the average age of boys and girls is X, unknown. X is unknown. Now here 11 minus X ratio to X minus 12 is equals to boys is to girls now. That is nothing but 2:3. 2:3. Now here A is to B is equals to C is to D. Ratio proportion. Product of extreme terms is equals to product of min terms. Product of extreme terms is equals to product of min terms. So AD is equals to BC. Now this is also in the same concept here. A, B, C, D. So 11 minus X into extreme end 3 is equals to X minus 12 into 2. Okay. Now here 33 minus 3x is equals to 2x minus 24. If you send this 3x right side to it will become 5x. 24 if you send left side it will become 33 plus 24, that is 57. Again same equation, 57 by 5 is equals to 11.4 years. Same again. Okay, so this is a alligation mixture concept method. Now let us discuss option based method. How we can answer this question with the help of options. Okay. See here, option method. See, the average age of the boys in a class is 12 years. The average age of the girls is 11 years. Okay. Now, we discussed already alligation mixture concept, boys and girls. Here 12 years boys average age and girls average age is 11 years. We don't know this X. The ratio of boys and girls is how much here? Here 11 minus X is equals is ratio to X minus 12 is equals to 2:3 now. Boys to girls ratio now this is. For which value of X? For which value of X? Okay, we need to get 2:3. That is our answer. For which value of X? If we get 2:3 ratio, that is our answer. That's it, simply. Now see here, observation. See here, if you substitute 11.2, for example, option A, 11 minus 11.2, how much here? 0.2 ratio to 11.2 minus 12, 0.8. Both will be negative. So 2 ones, 2 fours. It is 1:4 ratio. It is not equal to 2:3. So this is not our answer. Now take 11.4, 12, 11, 11.4. 11 minus 11.4. Negative 11, 0.4 ratio to 11.4 minus 12, negative 0.6. So here negative will get cancelled, and 4:6 is nothing but 2:3 satisfied. So that is our answer, 2:3. So that means option B is the correct answer. So this is option based method. It means here, without solving entire equation like in previous second method, alligation mixture method, here we can observing option. Simply remember, students, in the examiner, the examiner won't you ask answer. He will ask you just option. The task is you need to identify just suitable option for the given question. That's it. Remember that. Like previous question, you no need to do entire solution in your rough sheet. Just try to get the option which is the correct answer for the given question. That's it. Like very first question also, 16 questions answered correctly. Like that. Okay, guys. Now let us discuss next question. 116. This question belongs to compound interest. Compound interest, very basic question. It is not a typical question. We can answer easily without pen paper within 5 to 10 seconds. That's it. Observe here. What is the question here? A sum triples in 10 years under compound interest at a certain rate of interest. Okay. The rate of interest being compound annually, in how many years it would become 9 times. Okay. For example, 1 rupee invested in the compound interest, for example. Okay, 1 rupee invested in compound interest, for example. Sorry. A sum is nothing but here principal. This is a sum. Our investment is our sum or principal, whatever it is. A sum triples in 10 years. 3 times. That means 3 rupees. It became 3 rupees in how many years? 10 years. Okay. At a certain rate of interest, the rate of interest being calculated compounded annually. Okay, over. In how many years it would become 9 times now? Okay. So after 10 years of time, your money became 3 times. That is nothing but 3 rupees. So after 10 years, the 3 rupees would be 3 times in 10 more years. So total how many times here? 3 into 3 is nothing but 9 times, 9 rupees. So 1 rupee became here 9 rupees, a span of 20 years. A span of 20 years. So what is your answer? Option A is the correct answer. In place of 9, he may ask you 27 times, 81 times, 243 times, and so on. 729 times, like that. At that time, again, you need to do like this only. See here, 9, again 10 more years, 9 into 3, 27 years, again 27 into 3, 81, that means total 40 years of time, 1 rupee become 81 times, again 81 into 3, 243 times, that is nothing but 50 years of time. But it's a time wasting process. Okay, this is a general method, actually regular method. So if you answer in this way, it will take some time. So we can answer this question in a short way, how it is. Now let us discuss. Now let us discuss how we can answer in a simple manner. See here, first 10 years of time we need to write like this. In that 10 years of time, it became 3 times. Now, it should have 9 times in how many years? That's the question. In 10 years of time, it became 3 times. Okay. How many years of time? It should become 9 times. That is the question. Okay. Now observe here. For which power of 3 we need to get 9? For which power of 3 we need to get 9? How much power of 3? 3 power 2 we will get 9. Okay. So here 3 power 2. So 3 square should be 9 na? So 10 into 2, 20 years is our answer. 10 into 2, 20 years is our answer over. For example here 81 times. So 3 power 4 we will get 81. So 10 into 4 we will get 40 years of. For example 729. So for which power of 3? It is 3 power of 6. For 3 power of 6 we will get 729. That means 10 into 6, 60 years. After 60 years, your 1 rupee will become 729 times. That's it. So this is a simple way of solving compound interest years. Okay guys, next question. See here 117 question. This question belongs to permutations. This question belongs to permutations. So in your school age, we discussed permutations, combinations and probability. Okay guys, permutations, combinations and probability. So this question belongs to permutations concept only. Okay, now what is the question here actually? The number of ways by which 6 distinct balls can be put in 5 distinct boxes are. Okay, let us discuss. Now I'm simplifying this question for 2 boxes and 3 balls. Okay, 2 boxes and 3 balls. Okay, for observation. Okay guys, now here 3 balls, blue, green, red, blue, green, red. Okay, first observe for two balls only, for understanding purpose. For 2 balls, blue ball and red ball. So if you drop a blue ball here in this box, red ball here. If you drop a red ball here, blue ball will be here. Or we can drop 2 blue ball and red ball here, nothing to drop in the second box. Nothing drop in the first box, and we can drop blue ball and red ball in the second box. How many ways? 1, 2, 3, 4. So here the number of ways by which 2 distinct balls can be put in 2 different boxes are 4. Yes or no? Just observe 4. Next, if it is 3 balls, again there are 2 boxes, box 1 and box 2. Okay, there are 3 balls, blue, green, red. Now blue ball here, green, red here, or green, red here, blue ball here. 2 different distinct way. Okay, we can put red ball here, green and blue here, or green and blue here, or red here, or green here, blue and red here, blue and red here, green here, or blue, green, red. We can put blue, green, red in box 1, nothing to drop in box 2, or nothing to put in box 1, blue, green, red. We can put or drop these 3 balls in box 2. Now how many ways? Observe here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ways. Now we need to get a logic from this. Here, see here, balls and boxes. Boxes are 2, balls are 2. If balls are 3, boxes are 2. Okay, next if balls are 4, boxes are 2. Now, what is the answer? See here, 2 balls, 2 boxes. Here 4 number of pairs. Here 3 balls and 2 boxes. Here 8 number of pairs we get. Already I showed you. Okay. Now here 16 ways. How it is? Here 2 power 2. Here 2 power 3. Here 2 power 4. That is nothing but box power balls. Are you clear? So in other manner, he may ask post to box. In place of balls, he may ask you letters. Both will be same. The number of ways by which 6 distinct letters can be put in 5 different post boxes. Like that, the question will be asked you. Are you clear, guys? The number of ways by which 6 distinct letters can be put in 5 distinct post boxes. Both will be same. Then what is our answer here? So boxer how many here? 5. And power 6. The balls are 6. What is the 5? 5 power 6 is nothing but 125 square is nothing but 25 cube is nothing but 15625. That's it. Are you clear, guys? Very, very simple here. 5 power 6. Simple answer 15625. That's it. Already I explained the concept also. Not giving solution. I didn't not only giving the solution but also explained concept clearly here. Okay, right? Next question. 118. Now this question belongs to mensuration. This question belongs to mensuration. Here mensuration there are 2 parts. This question belongs to mensuration concept. In the mensuration there are 2 parts. One is the areas and volumes. These are 2-dimensional figures and this is a 3-dimensional figures. So in the mensuration there are 2 parts. One is a 2-dimensional figure, that is belongs to areas. 3-dimensional figures, that is volumes. So this question particularly belongs to volumes concept. And mensuration as well as this question belongs to percentages. Mensuration and percentage, both topics included in this question. Okay guys, then what is the question actually if you observe? A wire of length 6 meters is stretched such that its radius is reduced by 20%. Which one of the following is the value of increasing in its length? Okay. Now, a wire of length 6 meters is stretched. See here, a wire is like this initially. A wire of length 6 meters. What is the length here? 6 meters. The stretched means the radius is decreased and length is extended. Okay, a wire is stretched like this. Now, okay, due to this what happened here? The radius is reduced by 20%. Now here initially the radius R is how much here? We don't know. That is 100% for example. Now here the radius is how much here? R2 is equals to 80% because it is stretched by 20%. Sorry, it is reduced by 20% now. Now here 6 meters is a length. Here the length is extended somewhat. We don't know that value. How much it is extended. But it is not asked how much it is extended. How much percent it is extended, stretched. That is the question actually. Okay. Now listen. Now in these two, which two are same? In this figure 1 and in this figure 2, which two are same? Length, radius, size, all are different. But volumes are the same. Volume of this one and volume of these two are same. For example, if you fill in this pipe with sand, okay, if you stretch that pipe, the sand, it won't be overflow and it won't become less. The sand will be the sand. The volume of the sand will not be changed. Okay, it filled with this pipe in this or in this figure. Okay, now this pipe look like a cylinder. This pipe look like a cylinder. Though, so the volume of cylinder we need to observe. What is the volume of cylinder? the cylinder volume pi r square h. The cylinder volume pi r square h. Now here pi r1 square h1 is equals to pi r2 square h2. If this is a h1, this is a h2. If you put it in a vertical way, the length become height. The length become height. Okay. Now we need to find out the h1. We know 6 meters, and we need to find out the h2. Okay, guys. Now pi will get cancelled. R1 is nothing but radius of cylinder 1. That is a 100% into 100% into 6 is equals to 80% into 80% into H2. Okay, now see here, percentage will get cancelled. Here also percentage will get cancelled. 2 percentages will get cancelled over. Next here 1 2 zeros over. Next 100 into 6 is equals to 8 into H2, height 2. That is nothing but length. Here 2 3s, 2 4s, 4 1s, 4 25s. 25 3s are 75s. By 8 will get left side, it will become divide. Okay, now H2 is equal this much. Now what is the percentage change in length? Percentage change in length. Up to here, this is a mensuration part. This is a percentage based part. Are you clear, guys? Up to here, mensuration part over. Now here, it is a percentage based. Now percentage change in length is equals to new length minus old length by old length into 100. New length minus old length by old length into 100. What is the new length? 75 by 8. What is the old length? 6 by 6 into 100. So these are percentage based now. Now what is the percentage change here? Percentage change here 75 minus here LCM 8 6 by 6 into 8 will become down here 100. Now 4 2s 8, 4 25 is 100. 4 2s 8, 4 25 is 100. Okay. Now 75 minus 48 by 6 into 2 is equals to into 25. Next 75 minus 45 initially. 75 minus 45, just subtract 45. You can write like this: 75 minus 45 minus 3. Of course, we can write now 75 minus 45 how much? 30. 30 minus 3, 27. 30 minus 3, 27. Okay, fine. So here 27 into 25 by 6 into 2. Okay. Now here 3 to the 6, 3 9s. 3 to the 6, 3 9s. Okay. So here 25 9s, 225 by 2 to the 4. 25 9s, 225, so by 4. Observe the options. 225 by 4 na? No, I'm bringing the option here. Okay, guys. Now simplification part. 225 by 4. Okay, half of 225 how much here? Auto simply calculate here. 4 5s are 20. So starts with 5. So it is not exactly 50, because if it should be 50, it is 250. Okay. So 56.25. No need to calculate here. Directly we can answer. Otherwise 4 5s are 20. Remainder 2, 25. 4 6 are 24. Remainder 1. Like this we need to do. 4 5s are 20, 25, 4 6 are 24, 1 point, 4 2s are 8, remainder 2, 0, 4 5s are 20. So 56.25% is our answer. That's it. 56.25% is the answer over. Okay. Next question. Now this question belongs to here 119 question belongs to which concept here? Reasoning concept. In the reasoning it is coding decoding. Reasoning subject, coding decoding concept. Okay guys, next. Here, what is the question? The alphabets from A to J are numbered from 0 to 9 respectively. Which one of the following is the value of AGJ minus CEG plus EDB? Already he given values of A to J. Now here A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Okay guys, now what is the A value? He given 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Okay, now what is the AGJ minus CEG plus EDB? Now the A value 0, simply substitute here. G value 6, J value 9 minus 2, 4, 6 plus E and 4. E means 4, D 3, B 1. What is the 431 plus 9? 440. 440 plus 60, 500. First addition of these two. 500 minus 246. 500 minus 250, 250. Extra subtracted how much? 4. So 254. Now check the option A. That is C, F, E. Now, what is the C value? 2. F value 5. E value 4. Satisfied now? So our answer is option A. Over. That's it. Option A is the correct answer. That's it. So this question belongs to coding, decoding, subject of reasoning. Now next question. Now this question belongs to number system. If you know the concept of this question, we can answer this question just a fraction of 5 seconds. Just a fraction of 5 seconds only. Okay, what is the answer? See here, A is the smallest positive integer which when divided by 9 and 12 leaves remainder 8. B is the smallest positive integer which when divided by 9 and 12 leaves the remainder 5. Which one of the following is the value of A minus B? So what is our answer here? First remainder is 8, second remainder is C. First remainder is 8, second remainder is 5. So 8 minus 5, 3 is the answer. Option A is the correct answer. Over. If you know the concept, we can answer like this directly. First remainder 8, second remainder 5, 8 minus 5 is the answer. That is 3 is our answer. Over. We can answer this question in 5 seconds. But what is the concept actually behind that question? Now let us discuss. See here, A is the smallest positive integer which when divided by 9 and 12 remainder is 8. Okay, so the A value should be LCM of 9 plus 12 plus remainder. What is the LCM of 9 and 12? Here I am writing here 9 and 12 LCM. 3 3s are 3 4s. Next 3 3s are 9. 9 4s are 36. 36 is the LCM. Okay. So here 36 plus 8, 44 A value. Next again, what is the B value? Same. LCM of 9 and 12. It is not plus, it is 9 and 12 plus remainder. What is the LCM? Already we discussed 36. What is the remainder of 5? That is 36 plus 5, 41. Now A value is 44, B value is 41. So what is the A minus B? 44 minus 41, that is 3. See, this is the actual question. Okay guys, now whenever if these two are same, directly the LCM will get cancelled, 36 and 36. Then what is the difference of 8 minus 5? 3 we will get. 44 minus 3, 3. That's it. Okay guys, here whenever the A as well as B, these two numbers are divided with the same numbers here. A and B both will be divided with whom? 9 and 12 only. If the examiner will give like that, then the difference of the remainder is our answer. Then the difference of remainder will be our answer. That's it, over. Next, direction sense question. Direction sense question. Direction sense reasoning concept. See here, observe carefully. If southeast is called east, northwest is called west, southwest is called south, and so on, what will north be called? Okay, let's discuss. We know that east, west, north and south, these are the 4 directions we have. Okay, now what are the sub directions? See, northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest. Okay guys, now discuss. See here, if southeast is called east, here where is southeast? Here southeast is here. It will called as how much? How? East. Southeast is called east. Fine, good. Northwest. Northwest is called west. Okay, fine. Next. Southwest is called south. Southwest is called south. Okay, now what will north be called? What will north be called? See here, this is a 45 degrees rotation. Now east move downside. Then this also moves here. This also moves here. See here, south. Exactly correct. Now it is southwest. Now if you move, it is west. Yes, it is also correct. Moved west 45 degrees. Now here, this is what here? Northwest. Northwest. That's it. So what will north be called? Northwest. North be called as a northwest. Over. That's it. Very simple. Next question. See here, if the day before yesterday was Tuesday, when will Saturday be? Okay, see here, this question belongs to calendars. This question belongs to calendars. Okay, guys. This question belongs to calendar. Okay, so the day before yesterday was Tuesday, when will Saturday be? See here, today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Okay, day after tomorrow. Next, yesterday, day before yesterday. Today, yesterday, day before yesterday, tomorrow, and day after tomorrow. Okay, fine. If the day before yesterday was Tuesday, day before yesterday, the day before yesterday is Tuesday. Then what is yesterday? Wednesday. What is today? Thursday. What is tomorrow? Friday. What is day after tomorrow? Saturday. So here, when will Saturday be? When will Saturday? Day after tomorrow. Day after tomorrow. Option C is the correct answer. Over. Very simple question asked from calendar concept. Nothing to worry about this question. Okay guys, next question. 123. Very easy questions. See See here, very easy question, nothing complex here. What is the value of missing number here? What is the value of missing number? Now calculate how it is. See here, observe. Inner circle he given individual numbers, outer circle he given some two different numbers. Individual numbers here, two different numbers. Now is there any relation between for these two numbers and individual number? Sorry, inner circle individual numbers. What is that? 2 plus 6, 8. 8 is there. Okay. The 2 minus 6. What is the difference? 4 is there. It is different. It is difference or sum. We need to observe with the help of other two numbers. Okay, fine. Now, if the difference is 4, directly written. If the sum is 8, opposite written. Okay. Now 3 plus 4, 7, opposite written. 3 minus 4, 1. It is not there. That means it is not different, it is sum. It may be product also. If 2 into 6, 12. It may be 12. We don't know exactly. According to the logic, we need to follow. That's it. Okay. Now here, finally, the conclusion is the sum of these two will return. The sum of two numbers will return in opposite of inner circle. So 2 plus 6, 8. 3 plus 4, 7. 1 plus 5, 6. 3 plus 2, 5. 3 plus 1, 4. 2 plus 3, 5. 2 plus 7, 9. That's it over. 1 plus 2, 3. So what is our answer? Option A. That's it over. Very simple question. Okay, next question. 124. Last two questions here, 124 and 125. Now what is the 124th question? In a group of 100 children, 64 children like to play cricket, 53 children like to play football, and 20 children like to play both cricket and football. How many children do not like to play cricket or football? Okay, now this question belongs to Venn diagrams. This question belongs to Venn diagrams. Now see here, there are 100 students are there. There are 100 students. Now these 100 students are playing different games, and some of the students are not playing any game. Now here 64 children like to play. This is a cricket circle, this is a football circle. Now here 64 children like to play cricket, and here 53 children like to play football. Okay, nice. Next here 20 children like to play. Here 20 children like to play both cricket as well as football. That means interjection part of cricket and football. These 20 students are playing, 20 children are playing both games, football as well as a cricket. Okay. Now here, this is the only cricket part, this one. Here, this is the only football part. Here, this is the only football part. Only football. Now, only cricket players are how many? 64 minus 20, 44. Only football players are how many? 53 minus 20, that is 33. Now, all players are how many here? From here to here. 44 only football players. 20 football and 44 is the only cricket players, and 20 is the football and cricket players, and 33 is the only. Total how many players are there? This 77. 44 plus 33, 77 plus 20, 97. So total out of 100 students, 97 students are playing any one of the game. Now what's the question? The children do not like to play cricket or football are how many here? 100 minus 97, that is 3 students. That's it over. 3 children do not like to play any one of the game. That's it. Okay guys, now next question. That is a 125th question. Okay. this question belongs to ages. Actually, this question belongs to ages. Already ages concept included in average concept. Already we discussed that question. This question belongs to ages. Okay. Now 2 years ago the age of A was 3 times the age of B. If B is currently 9 years old, then after how many years the age of A will be double of that age of B? A will be double of the age of B. Now here 3 steps are there. One is a present age, one is a past, one is a future. Okay. Now 2 years ago the age of A was 3 times the age of B. If B is currently 9 years. Now here A and B, 2 persons are there at present here. This line is a present here. This is a past. Now it is a future. 3 steps. Okay. 2 years ago. So first, for example, first presents. If B is 9 years old, if B is 9 years at present, okay, fine. 2 years ago, the age of A was 3 times the age of B. Now, 2 years ago, past is nothing but 2 years ago. Now, 9 minus 2, it is 7 years. What about A age? 3 times of B, that is 21 years. When? 2 years ago. When? 2 years ago. Now, at present, 21 plus 3, 20. 21 plus 2, 23 years. At present, this is A and B. Now, A will be double of the age of B. A will be double the age of B. Now, observe the options. Okay. Now, 23 plus 2, 25, 9 plus 2, 7. Option A, plus 2. Option B, 23 plus 3, 26, 9 plus 3, 10. 27, 11, 28. Sorry, here. 9 plus 2, 7, 9 plus 3, 10. 9 plus 4. 9 plus 4, 13. 9 plus, this is 12, sorry. Yeah, 9 plus 2, 11. 9 plus 3, 12. 13 and 14. Now, observe here. A will be double compared to whom? B. 11 twos are 22. It is not double. 14 twos are 28. Yes, it is doubled. Compared to B, A is double after 5 years. After 5 years. That's it over. So these are the questions asked in CAPF exam paper 1 held in December 2020. Okay guys, please, if you have any queries, comment in the comment box. Thank you so much.